Police in Indiana arrested 10 protesters today. These protesters were fast food workers that were demanding higher rates of pay. I personally am in 100% support of this group. I think it's been a long time coming, and I think that since the rate of living has skyrocketed and the rate of pay for middle to lower class citizens have remained pretty stagnant the past few decades, it seems that the most sustainable thing to do would be to eliminate the death sentence that comes with poverty that is plaguing our part-time workers. I did a little bit of research today, and I decided to see how much the top CEOs get paid. So let's see. Facebook. Let's close that down. CEO of McKesson gets paid an hourly wage of $24,000. Hewlett-Packard, the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, gets paid about $25,000 an hour, and the Monsanto CEO gets about $31,000 an hour, which means that the CEO of Monsanto makes as much as the president makes in 1 year in 13 hours. The CEO of Hewlett-Packard makes as much as an Army captain can in 1 year in under 2 hours. And the McKesson CEO can make as much as a teacher can make in 1 full year in 2 hours. Now, to compare that with what's happening with McDonald's, well, not just McDonald's, fast food restaurant workers right now, the CEO of McDonald's makes over $9,200 an hour. So in just half a work week, the CEO of McDonald's can make as much as a pediatrician does in 1 year. So what does that mean? That means a very small amount of people actually decide everything we do, purchase, see. For example, 90% of the media is controlled by just 6 companies, down from 50 in 1983, according to Huffington Post. The top 4 boxed cereal companies control about 80% of their market. The top 4 beef packers have an even greater share of their market. It is estimated that over $50 billion was spent on TV advertising alone in order to constantly brainwash you into remembering to fall into that constant cycle of consumerism and debt. Advertising is so effective because it literally replaces any bad experience that you've had with the product, and the more often you see the ad, the more likely you are to forget your own personal experiences. This also means that a small amount of big business owners have the power to greatly harm our economy. According to a study by the Swiss Federal Institute, there has become a super entity formed, composed of a mere 147 corporations that control over 40% of the world's wealth, which when joined together can become a catalyst for economic failure. So how does this really relate to McDonald's and self-government? Empowering the masses is the first step.
My phone's ringing.
Thank you, honey. Empowering the masses is the first step to regaining control of our country. We need to stop hating the average and poor citizen. They, at one point, would have been such a great attribute to our country. Before industry, there was a great need for unskilled labor, but now, because of corporatization in America, we toss them to the side and we barely regard them as even human beings anymore. I really urge people to quit idolizing the rich and blaming our neighbors for this economy going down the hole. Realize that the most humane and sustainable thing to do would be to put the money back into the hands of we the people, not the few who are so far removed from our sociological world to know what our best interests are.